I know your dad, which we'll talk about in a few minutes here, pretty much said you got to really start your own company. Or there's a story, there's a backdrop to that. Tell us how promotional images, one of the finest companies really under the radar that you've developed, that competes and wins mandates with some serious companies and helping them with their branding and some of their marketing issues and how they need to look and feel to this. How did this all come about, John?
Leo, I think for me, it's always been just a constant challenge of finding that passion, that thing that you love, that you believe in, that then becomes so easy to work at, to convince others to follow. Back in the convention center days, I believe that was the grand opening of our Buffalo Convention Center. We were side by side in office automation booths and kind of got to know each other over the fence there. That was definitely not my passion. I knew that it would be some form of selling, and that was my first stop. And I stayed at it for quite a while, not wanting to quit on it, but it really wasn't something that I got excited about, as you know. The one consistent sort of constant in my life was always the band and the music. And I would always kind of be coming home from one of the gigs and saying, gee, I'd love to find something that I could sort of call my career and sort of build on during the day that would give me as much enjoyment, satisfaction, et cetera, et cetera. It was the old Marv Levy, where would you rather be than right here, right now?
Right.
Play the music. It was, this is exactly what I should be doing. And so it was very, very hard for me early on. As you know, I have a lot of intensity sometimes that doesn't get managed properly. I wanted to find that passion during the day. So the other thing I think that was key was, as you know, I was close to my dad growing up, and probably his main message to me, or mantra, was to be successful at anything, you need to do what you say you're going to do. In other words, if you make a commitment to someone, you honor it. If you say in our business that you're delivering the product to Caesar's Palace for the golf outing on a specific day, it's got to be there and the box is marked, et cetera, et cetera. And I learned actually early on by working for someone else that when that person tells you that they'll honor the commitment and they don't honor the commitment, it's kind of your reputation that's on the hook. So
right.
That really was a main motivator for me early on to not only find my passion in selling, but to be able to do it for myself. So when I would make that commitment to the client, to the customer, I know deep in my heart I could honor it.
Yeah. You know what? You use the word intensity and you use the word honor sometimes here in what your dad said. I remember you used to have that, was it a sign or something over your office you'd look at about doing what you say you're going to do?
Yeah, it was a neon sign actually that I had made. It's about 12 feet wide. Yeah. Light blue neon. Yeah, it was part of our company brochure, and it was something that when people would come through for a tour of the building or whatever, I'd be out selling, dropping a brochure. This is promotional images.
Right.
And say, what's with the sign? They'd say the sign, this is like 80% of the reason why this works for us, because we are in the business every day, every minute of every day, of doing what we say we're going to do. And I think it's a lost art today. I don't think that people embrace it the way that they should. I mean, how many times have you had someone call on you and they say, Leo, I'll, I'll follow up with the quote and I'll do this and this, and they disappear. and
Well,
you're not surprised, because it's just part of what happens today. And we're kind of old school in that regard. The do what you say is our Bible. It's really it's what we try to achieve every day.